was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Make sure you have expert timing.
So as y'all join me here for my qualifying lap, there's a couple things I wanted to say to clear my name. You know, while most of the time, you know, I'm a win is a win guy, I try to have a set of morals, and this win was not that. It did not go against. You know, for some context, I hadn't played the game or driven, you know, in about a month or so, oh, maybe even two, dealing with college, etc., trying to just focus on that. So I hopped back on and decided to, you know, drive some M2. This is about my second race of the day, you know, so usually I'd be grateful for pulling a win, but, you know, as we'll go further on, you'll see I had to get off and take a shower after this one. It was not pretty, and sorry to the other driver, to be honest. So I'll chime back in here last couple corners. You can see this wasn't really my best drive for qualifying, and my first lap was the faster of the two. I actually bombed the second end, but I had ran a 136.6, which actually qualified me P2, with P1 running a 134.7 and P3 running a 136.9. So really decent split between us, but you'll see as the race gets started, it really just becomes a 2 and 3 battle, as I'm not sure what happened with P1 after that amazing qualifying from him. Alright, so the race gets started. You can see I don't get, you know, an incredible launch compared to the other two around me. It was just good enough I could pull away from third and tuck in behind first. But you can see as we enter turn 1 here, he brakes real early compared to what I was expecting. So I kind of just pull him to the left, tuck over, and he starts to scare me a bit with his driving here. As we go in cockpit, you can see he's kind of all over the road. So I try to back off a bit, give him some space, and then we'll just see as we go through the next set of corners. I'm like, okay, this guy's probably going to be a little slower than me around the first section. So I decided to hang back and really just try to build a gap between third. Then we go through here, and he just goes fully around all on his own. Luckily I avoided it. Looks like you know, now second and third did as well. And this is where we enter the worst part of these races for me. I call it P1 syndrome. For some reason I forget how to drive the car as soon as we enter first. Like I just, yeah, you can see I'm all over the road here. I'm not putting it where it should be, and it's showing. As we get ready to go over this last hill, you can see how many times I got the car squirrely, and P2 is wasting absolutely no time. He kind of just scared, he didn't even hit me there, he kind of just scared me over into lawn mowing, and he gets the move done, no contact, and I'm just there. Now here's where we see the opposite of the P1 effect. It's like the second I get into second place, that's where I'm the fastest, and you can see I'm not letting him run away with that first place. I want it back badly. He tries to come across me on the straight. I don't think that was too dirty. I kind of held my line there. He pulls to the left, I stick on the right, and I get the move done going into turn 1. So as we continue on, I'm able to build a little bit of a gap to him. I think, you know, he started to drive a little scared. You can see he slides the car out a bit. After that encounter between the two of us, I think, you know, it was a movable object versus a brick wall. None of us wanted to move, and that's kind of a recurring theme throughout this video. Here we'll just fast forward things a bit. I mean, all you really need to know is throughout this time, you know, I could feel myself overdriving the car, making it slide out, etc., etc., and I'm well aware of the P1 effect while I'm driving. This is probably the earliest I've ever been in a race, you know, to get in P1 and try to sit in it. So I'm screaming at myself to stop making, like, you know, little silly mistakes. But as we go into turn 1 here, I just absolutely bomb it through. I mean, luckily I don't get off track, but like, I know how much time I've lost on there, and I know he's coming for me next. Skipping ahead, I finally made enough mistakes for Isaac to just catch me, and I go sliding there, and he just sails right by me. But once again, like clockwork, the second I'm in that second place and I see, you know, falling from me, that's where I hit my fastest laps, man. Like, if I could have a guy right in front of me in qualifying that just chase, I think I'd be golden. Following him down the hill onto the straight, I remember the move I got last time, and I really want to go for it again, but right onto the trash slide, just a little too much, so I decided to just tuck in behind him and wait for the next chance, instead of, you know, bombing it and ruining both of our races. That opportunity comes for me the very next lap, lap 4. I'd sat behind him so long, I mean, you could even hear me banging off the red limiter, telling myself just to sit and wait. I know this is where I'm going to get him. I mean, he's probably predicting it as well. I mean, he hasn't really defended heavy into any of the other corners, but this is where I know my chance is coming. I believe he knew I was getting ready to strike here because he also does a light bit of lawn mowing, so I think to myself, alright, I got to commit. I go down the straight here, we pull side by side, and I decide just to hold my line, and yeah, contact. Looking back on it in third person is so awful, so we'll go back in the POV cam, quick replay on that. I'm trying to just hold my line here. I think he's going to come across, so I preemptively start turning, and I just send him flying. One more time from his POV, we're going down the straight. I just appear, touch my nose across, and he kisses the guardrail. Yeah. Hindsight's always 20/20. Please remember, I really thought I was just gonna hold my line and he was gonna try and come across me again. But yeah, I think I told you this race. I mean, he's limping here as well. His wheels turned to the side. I just felt so bad. Nothing else really that quite eventful happens again till lap 7. I see this lap traffic and I get really scared of lap traffic every single time. But either way, I just go sailing right past them down the straight with no problems at all. So jumping ahead just a little bit in the straight, we can see I'm going down. I make the exact same mistake again. I'm just feeling that pressure from being in first, especially after, you know, RKOing a guy. I think he's right on me, but if you look hard on your right, you can see that red dot going by. I was like, oh, he's way behind me. All I have to do is just drive it to the line. So I think these next couple laps, I was like 4 or 5 seconds off of my qualifying, which is crazy. But, you know, I got it done. I drove the car to the line. And as I finish things up here, another thing I just realized is this is my first sports car win, and that's quite tragic. It had to be that way, but you know, a win is a win. Sorry, Mr. Hold on, wait, I got it right here. Isaac Rodriguez, yeah, my fault, King. I guess some key takeaways from this would be, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wrote the guy an apology message immediately after the race because, like, I just felt scummy. But, you know, it's a miracle I didn't lose safety rating on that. But, yeah, be aware of your surroundings. I even play in VR, and I still took the guy out. So there's a reason I'm still in rookie. Hopefully I'll crawl out. But, yeah, if you enjoyed, do the things below everyone tells you to do. You know the drill, but hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I don't take you out in my next race.